Before they made steel wheels up into about 1920s, you had wooden wheels. All beautifully made, of course, often in mahogany, but very, very strong. But there we go. Lovely car, really is. Very nice. 1911. That has a bit of class about it, doesn't it? I know it's very old, but it's got that style. Now, we got this lovely old Wolseley, 1904. Yep, thank you. Save my voice, you can tell us.
Sorry?
Save my voice, you can tell us.
No, thank you very much. Yes, 1904 Wolseley, 12 horsepower. So it's a 2-cylinder engine. Actually 2.5 litres, so they're pretty big cylinders, big pistons. There's only one other 12 horsepower Wolseley in existence, and although they made cars right up to 96 horsepower, I think, for racing, this is the largest engine Wolseley there is still left. What can I tell you? 4-speed, and total loss oiling system. So it's dripping oil all the time onto the bearings inside the crankshaft. So it's complete waste oil, which you can leave all over the road if you want to leave the tap open. It's got a sprag underneath, which is a leftover from carriage days, because as you can see, the body, it looks just like a governess cart. So to stop it rolling back on a hill, you can drop the sprag there, which stops it rolling back. I don't know if it would on tarmac, I don't think it would. You'll also notice, and a matter of interest, when you go back and have a look, if you look at the front, you've got belt drive from the engine onto a chain drive, so it's a belt drive to the gearbox, and then from the gearbox it's chain drive to the rear wheels. That was Wolseley's idea at the time, and as the gent says, he's got a lever on the side that drops down a spike and sticks into the ground and jams the wheel to the ground. So that's your handbrake. Very nice, but what a lovely thing. And as a matter of interest, rather than making shaped wings, as we don't know today, the easy way out of it was to make a frame and then put leather in it. So if you look, the wings are leather. Both sides are leather, and of course along the back as well. So you made your frame, you got your strong leather, and you sewed it round so you had mud guards. So there we are. The rear entrance tonneau, as I've said before, with the Renault. A lovely, lovely car. It's got, to add to the fun, it's got the clutch on the right pedal and the brake on the left pedal. More adventure. Lovely. These things really, really need getting used to, as you can appreciate. That was the motoring. There we come to a little famous make by the 1920s. Morris Motors had come along, and this is the lovely little Morris Cowley. They did the Morris Cowley and the Morris Oxford. This is the Morris Cowley, for again open tourer, as you can see. Because remember, before these days they hadn't really developed anything to go on a roof. For us they couldn't shape it, so all they could use is a canvas cover. So you finished up with what they called an open tourer. So you've seen nearly all the veteran cars and Edwardian cars have never got a proper roof. It's always an improvised cover of some description. Here we call these the bullnose Morris. A little 1172 white and poppy. 15th, oh, this is the big version. Yes, the little early ones had a white and poppy engine, if I remember rightly. Then Morris started his own engine. I know Keith, Chris is good at telling you, so he can tell you the rest.
I'm not as good as some people can tell you these things, but it's a 1548cc engine, which is the same engine that the Renault Meganes have, but this one will do about 35 miles an hour top speed, the Renault Megane 80, 90 miles an hour. William Morris churned these out in their thousands in 1925, turning about 1,000 cars a week, and 1 in every 10 cars sold was one of these in those days. £190 bought you this model here, with variations on there. We've got several on the showground. We've got the Doctor's Coupe, we've got a saloon, and we've got the 2-seater. But great fun to drive. There's a very, very strong club, so we get plenty of parts around, although they're all second-hand basically. And we just carry on, and this car goes to the national rallies and things like that. And on my left here is a friend from New Zealand, Richard, who's come over just to see this car show. There you are, it's international. Thank you very much.
We're quite international. We've got a French lady and gentleman sitting over there who comes every year. So we're now going to New Zealand, so we're doing well, aren't we? Good, well done. Nice to see you. Yes, commonly known as the Bull Nose Morris. Electric lighting by this time, although it was only 6 volt. You really have to get out to see if they were on. 12 volt, oh. It's still just as useless. Yeah, that's right. So, yes, you have to get out to see if they're actually on. But nevertheless, it was the new idea of electric lighting as we know it today. So there we are, the Bull Nose Morris. As a matter of interest, on the side you'll see there's a Shell petrol can on the side. In those days, rather than have a petrol station, you would go to your petrol station or your local chemist and you would exchange your 2-gallon can for 2 shillings or 3 shillings. It's often marked on the can anyway, if you look at it. For 2 shillings or 3 shillings as it went up, so you get your 2 gallons of petrol, and to carry it on the side, you've got the clamp on this running boards here, so that it clamped on. So as soon as you got short of petrol, you could empty it in, and the next chemist or the next garage, you could exchange your can and replace it on the running board. That's what you did in those days. Yes. He's having a joke with me because of one of my cars, we went to Belgium one day and I got into the gateway and I ran out of petrol. And he's never let me forget it. That he took his can off the side here, and I was very grateful that I used his 2 gallons of petrol to get back home again. Now this I have never ever seen before. It's a Cadillac. Where did you get that, sir? You're going to have to tell me.
This was bought, well it wasn't bought, it was given to me 32 years ago. It was a chassis, rolling chassis, in a farmyard. It had been put there in 1939. It was rotting. All it was, no bodywork, just wheels, chassis. I had to get the rest of it from America, got the engine and gearbox from America. The bodywork, I managed to get dimensions of the body from Portugal, a fella in Portugal, and we rebuilt it accordingly. And it's 32 years of work.
Well, that is quite... Is there a V16? A V8, is it? Yeah. Absolutely magnificent. Where'd you come from, Heathfield? Never ever seen it before. Yes, I have. Yeah. Yeah, when we spoke, yeah. It's a magnificent car. We call it American, isn't it? Everything's broken. But at the end of the day, it wasn't Cadillac. Cadillacs were at the top of the range in those days, and still are, of course. V8 Cadillac. I've never seen it before. Oh my God.
That's really good, thank you. Thank you very much, Isabel, as well, and thank you very much, Tonya. So it's a box of Maltesers and a pen going out to the cars as you go past. Thank you so much, really, really appreciate you doing that, and very much appreciate all of the people who stayed and listened to us winter on around the edge. That was really nice of you too. And no heckling, that was good.
It's just adding on to Angela, I'm always amazed. Every year I'm a bit concerned how many people are actually going to enter the Navy Hooker competition. But you know, every year they will turn up, many times the same people.
Somebody's trying to dodge it.
And it really does, we really do appreciate it. You can tell by the crowds around how popular it is, and really lovely. And thank you all very much for participating yet again.
I think, thank you very much. for your complete sense of fun, everybody. I mean, it's just nice to see people just having a laugh. You know, a fight between the 19.
A great sport, this young lady. Every year she's here.
Our 1960s, I bet that was one of the favourites that went around the arena too. So thank you so much. Well done. I love the Beagle wave. Thank you. I love this beautiful car. Well done, and lovely outfit. Oh, of course, the traffic here now.
There's a little BMW out of the car. Lights put on. I should go back just down. A BMW with your lights on. Blue convertible. You have left your lights on, sir. A blue convertible in the car.
Look at all those cars. All such a completely different
Lovely to
array
see
of
you
cars,
here.
isn't there?
The little Lagonda just going out to take up every year. Again, lovely to see you both. I know that's for the grand. I'm always apprehensive every year about how many people will turn up. I'm never let down. Quite amazing. Thank you all.
Thank you so much.
Right, we're running on time, which is perfect. And next arena event is motorcycles. If you can hear me, motorcycles, I appreciate a few of you coming along. Motorcycles. Right, you pardon me, I'm going to sit down for this. I've been standing on my feet today, but we still talk about motorcycles. Right, hopefully right, we'll start with the motor guzzi coming in. 1930s motor guzzi, a Super Ace, I believe it's called, isn't it? 500cc Alps. Super Alps in 1946. 1926. Just after the war, so it's a 30s design. You can tell that by the girder forks and the rear suspension. It's red, so it's got to be Italian. So Motor Guzzi, of course, were Italian. Very, very popular bike. I love the rear seating on the back. The passenger has the side handles so he can hold on, which is a brilliant idea actually. And I haven't seen many of those around. But there we are, the 1940s Super Race Motor Guzzi. Really lovely, absolutely. A credit to it, well done. Next we got the PSA Lightning. This is the last of the range. The last of the range of the PSAs before they started breaking up and disappearing forever. Because remember, our motorcycle industry lasted from 1906 right up to the 1970s when the Japanese coming along. They did it better and they did it more efficient, and unfortunately it all changed the Japanese. Here's the last of the range of the PSAs, but it came out with the Lightning, the Road Rocky, all different models, cleaned them up, made them all look pretty, but they still didn't sell till the end of the day. As we say, 1000cc, twin carbs, all what you want really, for a nice young lady to run about with. Nice to see you. Bye Emma, bye Jack. Jaguar, well, Jaguars, of course, were well known and started business back in the 1930s with their standard running gear, and then by the late 50s, early 50s, they brought out the Jaguar range with their new 2.4 litre 6. John, now strip this. sprayed it, rebuilt the engine, rebuilt the gearbox and axle, and here's the result. Absolutely beautiful. It really is. Congratulations to you, John. It looks right top notch. That's just how an E-Type should look. Again, same as the PA, and it's got the same, same engine, same gearbox, but with the PA, of course, they put the wings on the back, etc. This is a slightly earlier model, the 56 E-Type. Lovely, lovely car. They drive a dream, 3-speed gearbox, big 6-cylinder, 2.2 engine. Back in 1961, I took one of these to Rome, camping, of course, as you did. Didn't have any money, did we? And I bought it